Coming to you live from my office here in Lincoln, Nebraska, on the beautiful campus of UNL. It's Trio 30 Talks, and we are doing back-to-back episodes today. Yesterday we had our counseling services on, and today it's all about some fun stuff. The Big Red Welcome coming up here in a few weeks. My name is Brian Stutz, and I am your host of our Trio 30 Talks. I work as our academic outreach specialist here in Student Support Services, and here to give you all the information and the lowdown of what's going on campus with our Big Red Welcome. Today, we have special guest, two-time person on our podcast, Rachel Linhart. Rachel, how are you doing today?
Good, Brian. Thanks. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's Tuesday, I think, right?
Yes.
I've lost track of some days just because of how busy it's been. Over the past few weeks. But I'm super excited. We got 10 days till our student orientation, what is that? 13 days till the first day of classes.
Oh my gosh. Yes, you're right. The countdown is on.
I know. We're almost to single digits.
I know. I hope students are as excited as we are about the return to campus in just less than 2 weeks.
Yeah, this year, this fall just seems so much more important than any fall I've ever been a part of in my illustrious student affairs career for 10 years. But I just feel like this is like this fall after last year with COVID and everything that's happened in the past year. This fall just seems really important to me, I think, and to a lot of students and faculty across campus. And we're super excited to have everyone kind of back in person. Now, of course, they got the Delta variant coming around and trying to spoil some plans, but I think we'll be okay, at least for the first few weeks, to really get that true student experience going on.
Yeah, absolutely. We have obviously lots of contingency plans in place, but we remain optimistic about what we'll be able to pull off in the next couple of weeks during the
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Well, we'll go ahead and you can go ahead and take it away.
All right.
And then I gave you control for our PowerPoint here as we go ahead and talk about everything that's related to Big Red Welcome Week.
All right, fantastic. Well, thanks so much again, Brian, for having me back. I feel like we were just here. I can't remember if that was last year or 2 years ago, but time is really flying, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to share a little bit about Big Red Welcome, which is our Welcome Week activities, and all that we have planned for students in their return to campus in just a week or so. So without further ado, I'll start us off with a bit of a definition, of an overview of what we mean when we're talking about Big Red Welcome. So Big Red Welcome is more than just one event. It's more than a single night on campus. It's really a series of Welcome Week activities, the umbrella term for this series, that are designed to help first-year students familiarize themselves with campus, build community at Nebraska, make friends, and really jumpstart their transition to college. I use first-year students loosely. Obviously, this includes anyone that is they're new to Nebraska, and it's a bit of a unique dynamic this year. And that we're doing some targeted sophomore programming as well for the rising sophomore class, because we recognize that their experience last fall was very different and did not have the signature events and opportunities that we would have liked to have hosted for that class. So really, come one, come all. Signature events, when I'm talking about those, that really refers to the kind of spotlight events or the highlighted events that span from August 16th through 22nd. Signature in being that they are open to all students, applicable, broad invitation across campus with broader programming, and then we lead into some programming within the first few weeks of September. So lots of things going on before classes start, but then we continue the momentum into the first month of the semester. So here's just a quick overview of the different types of activities that we have taking place during Big Red Welcome, hosting dozens of tours, campus, downtown, Haymarket, on foot, on bike. We'll have class routes tours. So we have a lot of students ask They want to see their academic buildings. And so we invite you to print off your class schedule, or I guess pull it up on your phone now. I've aged myself a little bit there. You access your class schedule on your phone, and our orientation leaders walk you around campus to show you your classrooms so you can know what to expect before they start on Monday. Some spooky night walks. We'll be doing some evening programming on Monday and Tuesday night during move-in for students that start to move in on the 16th. And then our signature events kick off with Playfair, which is just a massive icebreaker, a way to get to know hundreds of your new classmates. Each college is hosting a welcome event on Thursday afternoon, different identity mixers, welcome programs, residence hall block parties. And then Friday night, we kind of kick off our signature, in addition to Playfair and college welcome programs, some of the more notable events, traditions that you'll recognize, including Tunnel Walk, New Student Welcome, Chancellor's Barbecue, Husker Mania, Party at the Union, and then Street Festival on Sunday. So that's just a taste of what we have to offer.
And so much more. Don't age yourself. I think printing off the schedule is the total right call. That way you're not looking at your phone because you get distracted. TikTok, Snapchat, whatever it may be, you get a chance to really know your class route. I like to print some stuff off.
What if your phone battery runs out on your way to class? I don't know. You got to be prepared.
Trio has free printing. So we have free printing. So you can print it for free
there you
in
go.
our office. So.
No excuse then. I still would recommend printing it. And we'll bring highlighters and pens. You can make notes. It's an interactive experience.
That's great.
Yes, so join us for that and more next week. Just a little bit about event access and safety precautions. I know I alluded to at the beginning that we're obviously keeping a close eye on Lincoln and Lancaster County Health Department, the university, taking their lead on how we approach programming for the fall, or for Big Red Welcome specifically. But ultimately, what our goals boil down to for this initiative is to provide a space for students to make friends, to learn campus, and to build skills and confidence that will lead them to academic and personal success in the fall semester. And so we get creative with how we do that. We have an emphasis on small group activities. Most things take place outside. We're very particular about line management and flow, and we've increased the number of events that we're hosting so that we can have more smaller group activities, which I think is just beneficial for the student experience in general. And so that has been a great addition to our schedule. We will be using the Engage event pass to check into all events. So I will provide some information on that in just a minute, but all of that will be sent to you via email as well. You just want to make sure that you have that accessible, as well as the Safer Community app at indoor events, really just to familiarize students with the process during Big Red Welcome, so that way they're comfortable with it come classes on Monday. Mm-hmm. And just a broad disclaimer here. We will be providing transportation to most of the off-campus programming on Monday and Tuesday, as well as between East and City campuses for our signature events. So each of that will be outlined, but I don't want transportation to be a barrier or a hindrance. And so blanket statement there that we will get you to where you need to be when you need to be there for our signature programming.
So for those students that say they're on East Campus, there's no excuse to come to City Campus for all these events, and vice versa.
Yes, exactly. We've got lots going on East Campus too, and so we want it to be as fluid of an environment as possible between City and East Campus. Yeah. We obviously have the inter-campus bus system that runs during the day, but the schedule is a little shorter or a little more limited we're still on summer hours during Big Red Welcome. So we'll be providing some buses as well.
That's great. Because if you're a City Campus only student, I encourage you to go to East Campus because it is gorgeous over there. I mean, there's just no other term for it. You get there and you just feel like you're just like, it's like peaceful, and like a trail walk, and just the building and the architecture. It's just everything over there just is. I like going over there to walk over there, walk the dogs over there once in a while, and It's
Absolutely.
really nice out there. So
You're almost transported when you get over to City Camp or to East Campus. Get some ice cream if you are interested in ice cream. Check out the gorgeous new Union. The Nebraska East Union is beautiful. We'll be hosting bowling there next week, so come bowl for free. It'll give you a good excuse to come over and see East Campus.
Nice.
So I agree. I would totally recommend. So you might be wondering, I'm alluding to all of these activities, and you might be saying, well, when are they? How do I find out? The Nebraska app will be your key to success during Big Red Welcome. So in order to access the full schedule, it's all embedded and accessible within the Nebraska app. Now that's the app that hopefully you've downloaded already, but you'll use to access your class schedule. You can use it to identify campus maps. You can see general campus events on there. And then we have a spot specifically for the Big Red Welcome schedule, to which the Big Red Welcome schedule is imported. So you'll download that app if you haven't already. You'll click those little three dots in the bottom right-hand corner that say more, and then you'll click Big Red Welcome under Life at Nebraska. So after you access that piece, there's a few different ways in which you can engage with the schedule. You can obviously scroll. It basically lists every single activity. We have close to 90 activities, I think, scheduled for the next couple of weeks. Wow. So you can see each of those and you can add them to your personal schedule from that landing page there. In order to see your personalized schedule, you'll click that little filter button in the top right-hand corner. And that will pull up, it'll allow you to do two things. If you click My Events in the bottom, that's where you'll see all of the events that you've added to your personalized schedule. And then it will also allow you to filter by tags, essentially, or by event type. So if you're really interested in going to like an arts or music and film activity during Big Red Welcome, you can click that filter and it'll pull all of those events that have that tag. If you want to do goat yoga, for example, everyone should want to do goat yoga, or at least come see the goats during goat yoga, click exercise and fitness, and that will populate all of the physical activities that we have during Big Red Welcome. So a great way to narrow down interests or narrow down events based on your interests.
That's great. We talked to Steve earlier this summer. Just a side note, listen to that podcast, Campus Recreation 2021.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And he talked a lot about the goat yoga.
Yes.
And I'm very interested to watch that. I don't know if I'll partake, but I will watch.
It's so entertaining. You can still get your selfie with the goats if you want, or pet them. They are so darling. Steve has done a great job putting all of that together. So shout out to Campus Recreation for their partnership, and shout out to Steve for the goat management. I've been in a lot of meetings with him, and the amount of the conversations around like goat logistics are pretty entertaining. If you were to read a transcript of those meetings, you'd probably be like, what is going on here? But it's going to be worth it. It's so awesome.
That's awesome.
So earlier I mentioned, so the Nebraska app is where you'll access the Big Red Welcome schedule. You'll need a couple of things to check into every Big Red Welcome event. So the first thing is your Engage event pass. And again, you've received emails about this. It's available online, but just another plug here. This is going to be essentially a unique to you, a QR code personalized for you, that allows you to quickly check into all of our events. So I've included the download instructions here. I will not belabor those, but essentially you'll access it through your Canvas credentials on the Engage platform in Involve You. You'll download that app. I would save it to your Apple or your Google Wallet if you have one of those, or just save a screenshot. But if you're like me, your screenshots all get lost together with like cookie recipes and funny memes. So the wallet is the place to be. You'll save it there. And then anytime you come to a Big Red Welcome event, you'll just pull that up on your Apple Wallet, and the check-in team, whoever's staffing the event, will scan you into the event. So it's a pretty seamless process.
So for those listening, I just want to let them know, if you are listening on the podcast version, it is unl.campuslabs.com/engage. There's also video instructions here, which is go.unl.edu/5DKN. So you can go to those and be able to download that as well if you're just listening and not be able to see the PowerPoint slide. So thanks
for that reminder, Brian.
No problem.
All right. So kicking things off, I just want to talk a bit about what you can expect with the Big Red Welcome schedule. So I mentioned earlier, we'll have some evening programming on Monday and Tuesday. So if you're moving in, don't worry, there will be plenty of things going on after you're dropped off and you wave goodbye to your loved ones. Grab your roommate and come hang out with us. We'll be bowling, we'll have laser tag, mini golf, movies, an escape room, so much going on Monday and Tuesday night. Wednesday will really kick off with Playfair, the Ultimate Icebreaker. Thursday and Friday, we absolutely encourage you to go to your college welcome program on Thursday afternoon. And then we'll have lots of small group activities on Thursday and Friday as well. So Tuesday through Friday is when you're going to find all of our campus walking tours, our downtown walking tours, the class routes tours. All of those things are going to be taking place during the week. And so strongly encourage you, you'll find all the details there on the Big Red Welcome schedule within the Nebraska app. So Friday night is when our traditional Friday evening activities take place, which starts off with the tunnel walk. That is where you will line up outside of the stadium. You'll run in onto the Memorial Stadium field. You'll form the N. And then from there, we're going to take a seat and we will have our formal welcome from the chancellor and the ASUN student body president. So the new student welcome will be immediately after the tunnel walk, and then we'll all get up and we will walk over to the green space outside of the Union, and we'll have dinner together at the chancellor's barbecue. It's a super fun, basically massive party with all of your new classmates, food, lawn games, photo booth, etc. There will be allergen friendly and dietary friendly inclusive options, so don't worry about that. After that, Husker Mania starts at 7:30, so that's another just massive party with karaoke, food, entertainment at the Outdoor Adventure Center on Friday night. And again, a friendly reminder, we will be providing transportation on Friday afternoon into the evening to get students to and from East Campus.
So you mentioned the tunnel walk and the ASUN president. If you didn't know, the ASUN president is actually a TRIO student, Batul Ibram.
Oh
so
gosh, I didn't know
yeah,
that.
so if you are listening to this, Batul is a TRIO student and is the ASUN president. So I just want to let everyone know that. So when you go to the tunnel walk and you get on the field, you can hear from a TRIO student. So you can see yourself, see the success that TRIO provides our students all the way up to the highest level as a student, really.
That is fantastic. I had no idea. That's very illustrative of, or a great example of all of the possibilities that for incoming students and ways in which you can get involved. She's a fantastic leader on campus. Okay, so Saturday, again, more small group activities. We'll be going to the farmer's market, bike rides, goat yogas on Saturday if you want to come out for that. Party at the Union is Saturday evening, pretty self-explanatory, just lots of music, dancing, comedy performances, and they end with a late night breakfast. And then the street festival is on Sunday afternoon, August 22nd. We'll have, again, music. We have hundreds of vendors that come together, businesses, UNL departments, recognized student organizations, with food, prizes, giveaways, lots of events. Essentially, you don't want to miss the Big Red Welcome events.
Yeah, we will have a table there as well at the street festival.
Yes,
so
yes,
come check us out. We have some
in the flesh.
yeah, I'll have some glasses wipes to give out to students.
There you go. See, perfect example.
Maybe some phone wallets too. So, yeah.
That's awesome. I do want to note, this is not it. There is still a lot more going on, especially the first week of classes. The club fairs are, I believe, Tuesday and Wednesday of that first week of classes. We have a sophomore social on Wednesday afternoon if you are a returning sophomore or second year student. And so please just refer to the Big Red Welcome schedule in the Nebraska app for all of that information. This is a very kind of superficial overview of everything that we have to offer. All right, so what's next? What do you do with all of this information? If I have not hit this point home, I will say one last time, download the Nebraska app to engage with the schedule, build your personalized calendar for the week. download your event pass so that you can quickly check in. We will not turn you away. We will help you download that on the spot, but it'll make it a little bit more streamlined if you have that ahead of time. Pack if you have not started already. Move in if you're living on campus or somewhere nearby, and then just gear up for an awesome fall semester. We are active on social media, primarily Instagram. So we are accessible at UNL_NSE. And so we'd love to engage with you there, tag us in your photos, etc. We can't wait to see you on campus in next week. I was going to say in the fall, Brian, but that's a week away.
yeah, I guess it is the fall semester, but it is just a week away.
Yes.
Crazy. I'm sure you've done this presentation 100 times this summer already, right? So I'm sure.
Well, I just keep saying, and I host our webinars in the summer too. And so I just kept saying, can't wait to see you in the fall. Can't wait to see you in the fall. And I felt myself reverting back to that. And it is fall. We are here.
Yeah, it might not feel like fall weather out there as
it does not feel like fall weather. That's for sure. If y'all could bring some cooler, some turning leaves and a cooler evening breeze with you when you come to campus, that'd be great, because it's been a little steamy this week.
It has. It reminds me back when I lived in North Carolina. The Augusts were unbearable, but
it's rough.
Needs to cool down a little bit. I agree.
Yes, we're in it together.
Yeah. Well, if you're a student out there listening on the podcast, there are links on our podcast where you can click to check in and let us know that you watched this to get Trio points, and also give us your feedback as well. If you're on the YouTube channel, you can use this QR code to take you right to that link to check in and say, hey, I was here at this event. I listened and I want my Trio points, which Trio points can be used later on in the year for a bunch of different types of things, like school supplies and different types of ways to get a few dollars into your bank account for some school related items. So please check in to our programs. As always, you can find us at UNL Trio Scholars. You can find us Instagram, Twitter using UNL Trio Scholars, our Facebook group. The QR code is there. You can also look up our student support services on Facebook. We've been on Apple iTunes podcast and Spotify podcast. Just look up Trio 30 Talks and find the Trio Scholars Program logo. And you can listen to all different types of content, from learning about our Women's Center to learning about our LGBTQA plus center, to just learning today about all the big red welcome events that are going to be happening. And to make sure you're downloading that Nebraska app. I actually never knew about the Nebraska app. And so I just downloaded it just now. So that way I know what the heck's going on in the next week, because there's over 90 events, everyone. And so there's a lot. So something for everyone, I think. And I think that's really important for our students to really know that there's a lot of different things out there, which could be overwhelming, right? And so 90 events, you're not gonna be able to go to all of them, but you download that app, you can start planning out your schedule, what ones are most important that you want to go to. So that way you're not feeling overwhelmed, as opposed to trying to figure it all out on next Wednesday when you move in. So now you've got a good chance. You got a week to figure it out, to kind of start planning. So download that Nebraska app. Rachel, thank you so much for coming on today and telling us all about the Big Red Welcome Week and everything. What event are you most excited for?
I'm really excited for the tunnel walk and Chancellor's barbecue and a new student welcome. That's a bit of a cop out, and street festival. I'm a little biased because I planned that. But we did a lot last year, but we were not able to do some of those larger signature events. And so I'm really excited to see those come to fruition after about 2 years of planning.
So we have a tunnel. We have our orientation on Friday, and it goes from 11 to 2. So that way it gives students a chance to get ready and go to the tunnel walk. Now I scheduled
put your red on.
Yeah, put your red on. Not green, not like I wear
not green. I know. I'm always in black too, so that would be not good. But
I did schedule a student training, and I'm going to shorten that student training for just an hour, so students can go to the tunnel walk and be a part of that if they so want to be. So that way we can get that taken care of, and students can go and have fun, because I'm looking forward to that. I love those things. You get to go on the field, and that's kind of Nebraska. Everyone loves the Nebraska football games, It brings community, it brings people together, and I think it's cool that you get to go on the field. So once in a lifetime opportunity, maybe not for some, but for some.
Absolutely.
Well, cool. Well, thank you again. I really appreciate it. Everyone, again, the countdown is on. We're in for move-in. We're a week away from move-in here. So, and then 13 days until classes start. So get ready. Here we go. Fall is here. It might not feel like it. Yes. Again, thank you. Everyone out there, enjoy your last few days of, I guess, academic freedom. And get ready to enjoy this fall semester that we have planned for you. Super excited. Be safe until then, everyone, and please, let's hear you cheer. Go Big Red.